What's up, y'all? We back, and back at this spot again, back where I shot my first video on this channel. I just had a feeling to talk about spiritual awakening. Not my personal one yet, just because it's still there, it's still rough to talk about sometimes, but I'm gonna talk about like a spiritual awakening in general, just what people perceive bad when it happens and what people perceive as good when it happens, when in reality there really isn't no good or bad when it comes to a spiritual awakening. It just is. So a spiritual awakening is when you awaken to the truth of who you are, of who we are. We are soul. We're life force energy. We are consciousness in this human body right here. I'm grounded in this body so I can communicate through the 3D, through soul. My soul is speaking to you in this moment, and I know that. It just happens, a spiritual awakening. There is no when or if or whatever. It just happens. When you're ready, it happens. There's no question about it, okay? It could be randomly sometime. It could be, I don't know, anything that could trigger drugs, whatever. It could be something traumatic that happened to you. It happens in its own way, and it happens in that way because it's supposed to be triggered that way. You're supposed to have that trigger within you that's supposed to catalyze that spiritual awakening when it happens. And it's beautiful. When you become spiritually awakened, you sort of have to relearn. I wouldn't say learn, but remember everything that you know in your soul. But it takes a lot of practice, a lot of awareness, a lot of consciousness to remember all that you need to remember to get back to who you truly are as a soul. Sometimes spiritual awakenings, they take a long time, you know? The 5D and the 3D are not the same plane. 3D is very slow. 5D is very fast. It's almost instant in the 5D. That's why when you manifest, you have to keep putting in that manifestation work in order for it to actually turn into 3D progress. Because when you're manifesting, the energy that you're manifesting is already there. You just have to wait for it to actually drop into the 3D. You have to be that conscious creator that you were sent here to be. You have to use the human mind to create the reality that you were supposed to experience, your destiny. You were sent here for a purpose. You were sent here for a reason. And part of that reason is being a conscious creator, doing your part, being yourself, being who you truly are in every moment that you exist in, and being grateful for everything in this experience, no matter what you see it as. Good and bad is just separation consciousness. It's duality. The only place that exists is in the mind, not in soul. Your soul knows it. Your soul knows that everything just is. There is no such thing as good or bad, evil or good. Doesn't matter. It just is. Once you see that the illusions that have been put into your vision are fake, it kind of just makes you feel as if everything isn't real in this experience. People just will be catalyzed on the spiritual awakening, and then they don't really know what to do, you know? But the only way you can really evolve on the spiritual awakening when it's catalyzed is because you can't go back. You can't go back to before you were spiritually awakened. You can try, but it'll never be the same. You were asleep, and then you awoken. You were awoken to the truth. Now you can't fall back asleep. If you fall back asleep, you'll just keep having nightmares about it. It'll keep being reminded. You can't escape it. The only thing you can do to catalyze your growth and evolve on your spiritual journey when you're sent onto the spiritual journey that you're meant to be on, because you're chosen. You are chosen. All you have to do is be. Be you. Be in the moment. You don't have to do anything. It's almost like meditating. Meditating helps. Shadow work helps. You have to dive deep into anything and everything that ever has been in your experience and heal everything in your experience so you can come back to inner union. The inner union within you. The truth of who you are. You know, the spiritual journey it's rough. It doesn't really ever stop. It just keeps going, as in the growth, the evolution. Healing always is. It always has been. There'll always be something that you need to fix or heal within you. But it's not your fault that you need to heal that, you know? You experienced something that triggered something within you. Nobody triggered you. You triggered you. There was a trigger within you that got triggered. And you gotta untrigger that trigger. You gotta get back to the root of that. Heal it. Heal it with love. Heal it with your love. You've always had that love within you, and you know it. Spiritual awakening is like I said, people perceive it as good or bad or whatever they want it to be for them. It's all about perspective, but everything just is when you're truly enlightened. And you know that. You just have to remember. Once you come into inner union with yourself, it's beautiful. It's everything you could have ever imagined. If you want peace. The blissfulness of the silence. The vibration you are resonating at when you're in inner union is just nothing. You're at that point where you're content with anything or anyone. It doesn't matter. You are in control of the reality that you are meant to create. The inner union it's simply you existing in every moment in this human experience. But you're aware that everything isn't real in this experience. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know, it doesn't really matter if you like it or comment it or subscribe or whatever to me anymore. I'm just putting it out here because I enjoy what I do. This is what I'm meant to do. I love y'all. Stay present. Stay safe. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.